Hey guys, I just got my new Halios Seaforth yesterday, and I couldn't wait to open the box for a YouTube video, so I opened it yesterday. I love this watch. Here it is amongst the Halios family. I have my Dolphin, my Tropic, and now I have my gilt dial sapphire bezel Seaforth. And this is a really great watch that I'm really enjoying. The crystal is great. It's raised. I love the polish on the lug. Looks really good. The lugs bend down really well, so it hugs the wrist. Great size. The dial is fantastic. It's a very inky gloss black dial. Gilt hands. Sapphire looks great. God damn, my dog's in the room again. Let me show you the straps I got with the Seaforth. It's a really nice reddish brown strap. It's gonna go well with the Seaforth. And I also got a black strap with vintage stitching. Stitching matches the strap. On the back of the strap you can see the Halios logo imprinted. The bottom of the buckle is signed Halios. It tapers. Starts off at 20 and tapers down to 18. So still keeping it with that vintage vibe that Jason was going for. So I think he really nailed the design. It blends elements of the Tropic with the Dolphin. So you got the Tropic style dial. He went with sapphire instead of ceramic this time around. So by comparison, here's my Dolphin with a ceramic bezel. So looking at the two side by side, you can see that there's elements of the Dolphin case that carried over to the new Seaforth, whereas the Dolphin is more of a rounded kind of shape with more flowing lines. The Seaforth is more angular. The lugs have more of an angle to them. The sides are kind of vertically flat. It doesn't have that bowl shape of the Dolphin. The bezel, same thing. You look at the bezel of the Dolphin. It carries that same shape of the case. Whereas the Dolphin, the sapphire is more or less flush with the bezel. The Seaforth has that box-shaped sapphire. Again, keeping with that vintage theme. So I didn't do the unboxing on video, but there is a sticker protecting the case back, and I will remove that on camera so everybody could see. I don't know why this is such a satisfying thing to do. But there. Now it's like it's officially mine. So the case back doesn't have much going on there. There's no logo engraving like the Dolphin or this Capricorn on the Tropic. It doesn't really feel like it's a deep engraving, like it's filled. It'd be good to know what exactly is going on. I have to look at it closer. I don't feel feel a little bit here, but on the markers I don't really feel anything. It doesn't feel like it's a deep engraving, but it is filled with some kind of black paint or some other kind of material. So in terms of bezel action, it has good bezel action, 120 clicks, not very loud, tiny bit of play. I'm not as hung up on bezel action as I once was, so I really like it. So we have the Miyota 90S5 movement, which I believe is intended for like an open dial, open heart style dial. Does not have a date, so when you pull out the crown, there's just one position that hacks, and you can set the time. There's no metal position for setting the date. So here it is on wrist. It wears really well. The lug is angled down. So it has a really nice wrist hugging presence. I just really like it. It's not a very thick watch. So the Seaforth measures 41 millimeters in width, and it comes with the rotating diverse bezel. If you get the no bezel option, it comes in at 40 millimeters. And the only difference is that the bezel overhangs the case ever so slightly. Obviously half a millimeter on either side. It measures 47 millimeters lug to lug, 20 millimeter lug width, and it's a 12 millimeter case, and that's with the domed sapphire crystal. Now the Seaforth has 200 meters of water resistance. There's AR coating on the underside of the sapphire. The loom is great. I shot a photo for Friday night loom battle on Instagram, and the loom is just, it's incredible. It's C3 Super Luminova, the X1 grade I believe, so it glows very brightly, and it's probably going to be one of the best loomed watches I've owned. The Laguna had also the same grade Super Luminova, and that was very, very bright. It's kind of like a greenish tinge to it, but I almost think that's just day loom. And if I cover with my hand, I don't think I could get it on camera, but I can see the loom is glowing. Love this brand. Jason's a really great guy. I'm thinking about buying another Seaforth, but with the fixed bezel, and I'm not sure if I want to go with just the black dial with non-gilt markings, or if I want to go with the sunburst blue dial, but I do have that already on my bronze tropic, so maybe I should branch out. Actually, Jason told me that the blue is the same as a tropic, and I should consider changing it up. So that was kind of funny to hear that from Jason. But the blue is pretty awesome. It looks great in all the photos that I've seen. Fixed bezel blue, like I said, would look pretty sweet. The steel bezel is also pretty awesome. I did consider that, but I do like the way the light catches the sapphire and reflects. I think it's a really cool look. I do have the Zodiac, which is a blue sunburst style with a steel bezel. So unless I got rid of the Zodiac, I don't think I'll be getting the Seaforth with the steel bezel. But so I'm pretty happy with the choice that I made. The sapphire is great. The gilt is great. It's really nice in person. I tried with several different straps that I own. and it seems to take all the straps very well. It looks great on NATOs since it's so thin. The NATOs don't add all that bulk. If you have a tall watch and you put on a thick NATO, it tends to look a little too tall and flop around a bit. This one doesn't. Takes all the straps that I've thrown at it very well. So I feel like I'm making a lot of fuck ups in this video, so I might have to redo it tomorrow if I don't have enough footage to, make something semi-coherent. Maybe I should just stick with Instagram. That's my Halios Seaforth review. It's a very welcome addition to the collection. I do have I had a gray dial Laguna which I had sold when I got the Pelagos, but then I ended up missing that watch so much. I ended up getting a black dial, and that should be arriving within the next few days. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day.